me getting these motherfucking videos out in this bitch. Getting these videos out has been a lot, y'all. And guess what? I just learned that I could put like filters on this motherfucker. So let me see what's popping. It was letting me do it last night. It was. Y'all, my right eye is jumping like a hoe. Okay, that let me know that big shit popping, little shit stopping. Okay. Thank you, ancestors, angels, guys, not positive force to look over me. And guess what? Archangel Michael coming to protect me as I give Mars and Aries to the motherfucking collective shit. Let's do a little bit of background on it really quickly. Y'all see I was trying to get that thing open and it wasn't opening. I've been trying to do shit all morning and it's just not. Okay, like I can't get this button in here and that one, whatever. Whatever. What the fuck ever. I'm not doing it this morning. Anyways. Mars is in Aries, guys. Oh my gosh. Guess the fuck what? It is so home. Who it actually feels comfortable. You actually don't even, if you know, you don't feel like it's here. Not this placement, because it feels so comfortable. If you're in yourself, if you have a sense of self, this placement is comfortable as shit. Like, this is like, you know what? I got this. I have this. First of all, this is Mars first house of self. Aries rules this house. Everybody home. Okay, look like we going back to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's a beginning. A beginner's mind is what I'm hearing as well. It's time to go back to the beginning. Okay, something about the beginning. Okay, maybe you got to start over, or there's about to be a reset, a restart, and you're gonna have to go like full throttle. That's that Mars and Aries. You're gonna have to like hit it. Okay, like really put your foot on the pedal this time. Like, seriously. Okay, now that you get another chance, we just fixing her up here because I don't know what they want to do today. But I know one thing, they is not trying to lay. They said not today. Oh, that's funny, and that's gonna aggravate me. Now that is gonna aggravate me. She wanna do? What you wanna do, girl? Anyways, okay, appearance first. Ego. You're gonna need to control your ego right now. The universe been really pushing that. Watch your mouth, watch your words, control your ego, because that Mars Aries, how like it just fly out. You like, what? You better mean it. You better mean it, because that same flying out is gonna come back to you. Okay, just the natural energy collectively with this Aquarius energy, just naturally, that's gonna come back to you. Okay, so be very careful right now. This is very careful times, honey. Your general health is very important. This is the general, the collective, the population. Be very careful right now. Be very careful. Okay, in this Mars and Aries energy, Mars is about to. That's what I see. Okay, that's all I see. And it's crazy because I was listening to Nuck If You Buck yesterday, and I was like, ooh, this is Mars and Aries energy. It's finna get real, y'all. Okay. So I am going to be. Fuck, I did not bring that raggedy ass pen. I did not bring my pen, guys. So I don't know if this video is going to be time stamped. I don't know. But I have already pre-shuffled. I don't know, I'm being gotta get this one. But I'm gonna use this one. Okay, we're gonna use that one. I'm gonna be pissed. Let me go get my pen.
Okay.
Thank you for welcoming me back. Thank you, because I was coming back. You're welcome. um, and honestly, I didn't even put the timestamps for Venus either. I have a tendency to not do those things. I'm like, okay, timestamp. Hold on. Okay. All right, let's get it. So first and foremost, like I just said, we just did a background of this energy. Mars is home. Okay, when you hear astrologists say that the planet is home, that means that it is in its natural spot. This is Mars' natural spot. Okay, Mars rules the first house. Now, also, Mars does share energy with the eighth house as well. So that was, I knew I was going back for a reason, because I was like, I think I missed a little bit. Mars shares energy with the eighth house right now. This is the eighth house is the house of transformation. Okay, which is ruled by Scorpio, and Pluto and Mars is in that energy. Okay, so right now the transformation is here. Okay, it's almost like the power of wealth. You're learning what is it going to take for you to get your power of wealth right now. How can you act on that? How can you it's almost like right now there could be a tendency of you pointing fingers at other individuals, like, because they are the reason that you not where you're. No. You, how can you, every time a situation is you're being approached with a situation, is how can you show up better? How can you respond? How can you move? How can you reapproach? How can you there is no conference fucking call on your calling. You guys need to get more centered in your fucking self and stop blaming other individuals for you. This is on you. It's been on you. You just feel it because the age of Pisces has risen in this bitch. Okay, we in the age of Aquarius now. There is no choice but freedom. You only got one choice and one choice only, and that is freedom. That is it. You should have been preparing to choose that anyway. These times that we are in now, you should be preparing for these times, because you could get something now. But hey, we're gonna keep it light, because hey, where you don't pay attention, you will soon to get it right. And that's what we in right now. How can you stop worrying about everyone else except yourself and face yourself? Face it. What the fuck do you see? What is Mars showing you? What fire do you have inside of you that is still filled with hate and jealousy and envy and pain? Because if that's what it is, then that's all you're going to exude right now in Mars and Aries. Because Mars is hot. It's hot in the honey bun on 15 seconds. Especially with it sharing transformation energy. So you guys definitely need to figure out where Scorpio is at in your motherfucking chart right now. Right now, you need to know where your Scorpio placement is at right now. Because it's going to be working with your Scorpio placement, and it's also going to be working with wherever your Aries placements are at. Okay? Mars, you know what I'm saying? And is about to tear this motherfucker up. How can you? That's all I hear is how can you? That's really what it's going to be showing you. How can you? Because see, now that the transformation is here, you're not ready because you don't see you in it. But how can you? You see how it still goes back? If you do not hone in on yourself, be more honest and compassionate and loyal to yourself, you are going to be the problem. Okay? Because that's what you're feeling right now. That's what it is. It's hotter than honey bun. Okay? But we're going to get right into it. I don't want to get too far off. Because I'm a counselor, guys, so we can take this there. But this is definitely just Mars and Aries, okay? I love my synchronicity. So let's see. We're gonna do what's that up, Mystic? We are gonna do 1040 for Earth. Okay, and I've already pre-shuffled them like just period to pull out the 4. Y'all know I do it by element. Oh, and I was gonna say this. Okay, so with me doing them by element. So when I say Earth, that means Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. When I say air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Now, the whole collective is always affected by these transits, always. Yet, in particular individuals can matter to each transition. Like right now, like I said, Mars is in Aries right now. So I've already said this in particular. I said check where your Scorpio placement is at, due to the fact that the house of transformation by Pluto is shared with Mars. Okay, so check where your Scorpio placement's at. You could also be a Scorpio, and this may affect you heavy in the energy. Okay, also with Mars being in Aries, check where your Aries placement is at, and where is your Mars placement. Okay, check and see how those two are counteracting each other, because wherever Aries is at in your chart, okay, that's where you're going to be moving towards. That's what Mars is going to help, okay, move energy for you in, okay, because Mars is in Aries. So Mars is going to shift you of wherever you have Aries at in your chart. Okay, you can also take it a step deeper. That's the first house. What planets are in your first house? Okay, those planets are going to be affected, okay, by this, are going to be affected by this transition. The first house planets in your first house. You need to check your chart. This shit is so significant, because if not, you ain't gonna know what the fuck is wrong with you and everybody else too. All right. Like for example, like my main house is my 8th house. So right now, this is going to affect me, because the house of transformation is the 8th house. Pluto and Mars share that house. Okay. My Mars is in a fire sign of Sagittarius, not Aries, but Sagittarius. Okay, I have other placements in Aries, so just check in your chart. Now you see how this could go. Okay, so get out of your sun, moon, and your motherfucking rising, and get in that hole. Okay, so you can really know. I just wanted to say that. So I'm actually gonna, maybe that was for you, Earth. Shit. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just period. I was gonna move it up, but no, I like raw and uncut. Fuck all that. You notice I edit, but not really. Okay, the desert. This is like a location for you. I'm using my archetype depth, and I love it because it has things like the tools, the cells, the places, the initiation. That is like big. You know, the deeper that you get into understanding what's going on in your life, oracles will help you with that as well. Okay, and this is an oracle. Now, the desert seems to be a place for you right now, Earth. Okay, that's the desert. I'm more than certain that is a place. But we're gonna see, because I have not gotten through the whole book yet. I have not. Okay. It is a place. Okay, it's on page 180. All right, and the card is so beautiful. Look, I love that. Beautiful. Y'all, my right eye jumping is a problem. Your right eye could be jumping. That means that something new is coming. Okay. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy, despite its desolate. What? I guess it's desolate appearance. Turn toward it rather than away from it. Ooh, so it's dark where you about to go. Okay, or where you're at. You're in this now. Okay, this is a now for you with Mars being in Aries. This is the now, and it's crazy because maybe you want to like slide in this motherfucker. You can't go nowhere. You got to relax, and that's why it's important to check to see where your other placements are, because that other placement where the Aries could be at could be calling you to relax. You see how important it is to understand everything in your chart. All right, it says surreal, strange, unexpected visions and silence. Whew. It says, when in Taurus in the desert, contemplate the following. You are not alone. You have more supplies with you than you think. Water is very near. Hmm. That's deep right there now. Okay, it says the following. You are not alone. You have more supplies with you than you think. Water is very near. So you, oh, it's, mm, I need to, water is very near. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Your water intake needs to increase at these times, because visions remind, like, give me this energy of being attached to memory. Water holds memory. Okay. So more spirit, so you could need to take a spiritual bath right now. You need to intake your water so you can see what these visions are trying to tell you. You need to see what the stillness, the silence is trying to tell you. You got to sit still. I know it's hard right now because Mars and Aries, but baby, you don't have a choice, because this is the place that you're in right now. Okay. Okay. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. See, you in that energy of like, help me. It's like you crying for help in this moment. Mm. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and essential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal. Ooh, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers us so much comfort, and all must pass through. If you can embrace this disorienting of the devil, meaning, oh, the devil, okay, and that makes a lot of sense, because it's almost like you're only in this moment to sit with your devil. Mm. The desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blinging bright, and its darkness terrifying deep. Ooh, ooh. Which makes the unbinding creativity and clairvoyant visions. Exactly, because you'll be surprised what the dark brings to light, my darling, about you and everything around you. Okay. It says truth resides in the desert. Exactly. That otherwise remain hidden. Exactly. The crows, the shadows, okay, and the coyote calls surrounding you. Exactly. Okay. Let the winds and sand work their deep magic, weary traveler. Okay. So you're going through a phase right now, a time of darkness. Okay. A time of despair and doubt. These times that you are going through right now for a very particular reason. Okay. This definitely is showing you, this could be embracing the energy that you need to see to make you a better person. Okay. Like I said, such as the general things, this jealousy, this envy, this hate, this malice, anger for not being where you choose to have need to choose to be. Okay. What are the choices you have made up until this point? Why are you here? What are you here for? Who are you? How can you show up better? How can you speak better? How can you do better? How can you listen better? You could be somebody who would get messages through dreams towards Lord Capricorn. You need to study the clairs. The clairs are very important to you because the clairs are trying to knock. Hello, hello, hello. Which one of me are you going to use to help you on this journey? Huh? Because you're going to need it. Because a lot is going on that you do not understand, and you won't understand it materially. You're going to have to get it spiritually. You're going to have to get it spiritually right now. You are protected. Dogs are barking. You are protected. So whatever is going on, you're protected in the midst of these transitions. Okay. You're in a very dark place. Use your intuition. Trust yourself. Know thyself. You don't need help in this phase that you're in. You are in this place alone for a reason, but you are not alone. That's why you need to trust your intuition. You need to study the clairs and you need to dig into your natal chart so you can begin to do your part, because that's what you're going through this for. All of this is heavy on the heart. All right. Let's move on. We're moving on to air. Ooh, I like 2131. We snap right into a synchronicity. Air. Ooh. Okay. The sustainer. This is like the cells. Pottery could be very significant. They like pottery, like he's doing pottery or he's molding something. The sustainer. Sustainer. Y'all, somebody could say it. The sustainer. You can withstand a lot. Okay, that's what this Mars and Aries is showing you. You can withstand a lot. Okay, you have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's the cells. Yes, it is 152. You and yourself. You and your bag. 152. You're doing something for yourself right now. You're learning how to sustain self. Maybe you could have been. Maybe you could have let the outside energy destroy some parts of self, but you done got that shit together now, honey. You like cause no. It says contemplate what truly sustains you. Make a list. You hear this? Contemplate what truly sustains you. Make a list. That's good. That's a very good point. I like this. What sustains you? I like that. I like that. I like that myself. You're in the mind the right way, Air. And I like this. Okay. Notice how simple yet powerful those things are, and spend some time tending them. Abundant, generous, supportive, reliable. Overwork, resentful, trapped, and tired. So you got to get it. You have gotten it together, and if you haven't, you're about to. You're about to. You're about to. Because there are things that's not sustaining you no more. There are things that have not sustained you no more. And there are things that have sustained you in the midst of what has not sustained you that you need to acknowledge right now to help you move forward. You caught that? There are things that you have learned about yourself in the midst of things that you have gone through that sustained you, okay? That you need to be able to embrace now to help you move forward. Also, there are things around you right now in this present that are not sustaining you. I think I did this for a journal prompt. I don't know where I did it at, but I'm gonna talk about it with you guys because I don't know where. I don't know which. Let me see. Oh, it was for Instagram, and I said write 3 situations you are in now that you have outgrown. Okay, that was the May journal prompt for Instagram, and if I'm not mistaken, that was the inner child. Yeah, the inner child May journal was write 3 situations you are in now that you have outgrown. Aries is here and your ass can't move right now because looks like looks like you need to examine what has sustained you. Okay, so you can use that, see how powerful you are to move forward on your next phase. All right, take note of the difference between maintaining and sustaining. Maintaining and sustaining. I like that. What are you maintaining? What do you just what is I'm just maintaining. You just what? With whom? For what and why? Who, what, when, where, and why? Which action describes your life more accurately? You got something to do, Air. The sustainer, the second archetype in the bio of existence, the selves. It says works behind the scenes, tending to the task of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm, and mouths sweetly fed. The sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful task. They have a natural inclination to nourishing others, to archive, to preserve Earth's resources, to consider environmental impact, to see their roles in the divine cycle of life. It's common for the sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. So you're the one that keep this shit together. But is it just maintaining? Mars is asking you. Is it just maintaining? Mars is also asking, are you overworked? Mars is also asking, do you have resentment now? Because again, with Mars being in the first house, this is still on you. This is on you with Mars being in the first house. Did you have a sense of self? Or did you let this ego start talking and begin to walk with you? You got a lot of questioning to do. You must get out of your head. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships. What do you, anyways, that they resist necessary change. See, you are the sustainer, so in order for you to even keep 5 tasks together, you're going to have to grow 5 more times in each task. If you are the sustainer and everyone around you is not, how the fuck are you going to take all them people? That's 10 energies in 5 tasks, damn there, that you got to do because you're the sustainer. You don't have time to play like that. So the growth, the change is so necessary to keep you even being the sustainer. I can feel this heavy. My Mercury is in Libra. So what I'm talking about to you guys is how I move. I can feel that, especially with my North Node in Libra as well. In the purpose, boop. All of that describes that energy because I just love it. We got to keep things together. But I'm not going to hang on by a thread trying to do so. I'm going to change. What grows, grows. What comes, comes. What goes, goes. But I'm the sustainer. And in order for me to sustain to the next level of every single chance and transformation of my life like we are in now, I must change. I must grow. Sometime I must go. It's something I must know to help me still be the sustainer. This is a very powerful self card. It's stated in the beginning. The second archetype in the trio. So there's 2 other cards that match this one. In the trio of existence. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all. It needs our true love. Oh my God. I've been talking about this for days now. This is so serious. This is so serious. This is so serious. This is so serious, Air. You are the sustainer. The selves that you need to. This is the self. Yourself. Work on this energy. Okay? Moving on. 30, 40. Is that right? Yeah. Water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh. All right, water. The bridge. Is this a location? Beautiful. I'm hearing hand in hand, rainbow balance. Know what that's about. Hand in hand. I'm seeing hand in hand. That's why I see hand in hand. So maybe you could be working energy. Hand in hand. I know I've been working a lot of energy. So maybe you could be working the energy around you, learning how to move the energy around you, learning how to manifest with the natural energy that's around you. I can feel that. Felt. I'll pick up this book. So let's see what this is. The deeper mountain, the inner mountain, within it there is a cave that holds a fire that contains the ocean. I love that. You need to hear that again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The deeper mountain, the inner mountain. The inner mountain, it is the deeper mountain is the inner mountain, okay? Where there is a cave inside, which could be like your heart, you know, and it holds a fire, a flame, and it contains the ocean. So I literally see water sitting around a flame. And I was just talking to one of my soul sisters. She was just giving me a very beautiful tip that I decided to use. And she said, why don't you try putting the candle inside of the water and see if the candle will come to you accordingly? Use your fire energy to mold your water. And I felt that, because you know how we use the fire energy to mold the water anyway. When we piss, instead of us being vulnerable and wanting to shed a tear, we roar. You're a dog. Like, use it in a different way. This is the natural energy. That's the only thing I focus on, is natural forces around us. I don't give a fuck about all the dark magic y'all ass is doing. We can actually work with the energy that's around us in a very positive way with pure intentions and get exactly the same thing, same outcome. It take a little bit more time, because healing is not a motherfucking destination. It is a journey, and you should want to enjoy the journey. Ain't nothing gonna come like that when you really healing, honey. When you really learning, you in that motherfucker. It's almost like something I used to say all the time. Time slows down when you're doing what you're passionate about. Do more what you're passionate about. And watch how fast yet slow things can be. Grandma used to tell me all the time, take your time, but hurry the fuck up. And that's what it'll feel like. You'll be able to take your time, but you're actually noticing that you're going, whew, whew, whew. Yes, get it. We're in my energy, so it's going to get a little weird. I love that quote right there. I just love that, because I literally seen that. Like, I literally see it. The deeper, the inner, the flame, the cave, the flame, the ocean. Ooh, I love, ooh, snaps. Oh, I have got to make it to poetry night. I got to get there. I got to get there soon. I've been trying to figure out which one I want to go to. The last one I went to, I didn't like it. It was too churchified for me. I was like, bitch, this is poetry night. Hey, everybody, we're supposed to have the awakened archetypes in this bitch. What is going on? I did not know who's coming to sing church firsthand, okay? Nothing wrong with a little church, but goddamn, baby, listen, when are we going to start tapping into the other parts of ourselves and noticing that the other parts of ourselves are way more high vibrational than church? When are we going to start doing that? There are more parts of ourselves and more parts that we need to learn about in spirituality, period, that are way more fun than church. Okay? Someone needed to hear that. But then you find time to do that outside of church. It's like, why are you playing on both sides of the field? Why don't you just zoom on in that motherfucker, get a good, clear vision? Okay, we're going to scope the scenery out. Okay. The bridge. Like I said, I think this was a location. Yeah, the places. 182. The bridge. Imagine building a bridge, then imagine building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Imagine building a bridge and then building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Like I was just talking about. How are you using the energy at hand? Which energy is needed right now? And I was just talking about that. I said, because do you really want to cry? Like, if you really want to, just do that. You know, like, if you, is there something that you really want to, Mars and Aries gonna make you do it, honey. What? You're gonna be like, oh my God, I didn't know I said it like that. You did. And you meant it. And it feel good that you did. Don't it? What? Why are you playing with me, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Don't do that. Which image softens and heals the heart? Usually it is always the sad part, not the mad part. The mad part don't soften the heart. The mad part hardens the heart. Like I'm fuck with me again. Bet on it. Bet on it. Bet on it. But the sadness softens the heart. It's almost like the heart cries too. You know how you cry and it's like, I can do this. It's like that energy is with your heart too. You know? That's really softening the heart, softening it. Okay, there's a song I used to listen to. It's called Heart on Ice. And he used to say, the heart is cold than the winter is. Okay? Soften that heart right now. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Lie on the floor and listen to the bridge over the troubled waters. Notice the ease and acceptance with the melody, the feeling of rising above the muck. Because you can. You see, that moment I just did when I was, the illusion of crying I just gave you. Because I'm not sad. That's why I said illusion. You know, I'm not casting out any. I'm just saying. That moment of picking myself back up again, I felt it after I did the breath. Like literally. Okay, and that's what they're talking about, a feeling of rising above the muck. You need to feel that. You're not going to feel that unless your heart is soft. If your heart is hard, you ain't rising above the muck. You bursting through that bitch like Godzilla in this hoe, okay? And I just love the way Godzilla in the Kong movie was. You guys probably need to watch that. I know I did. I loved it. I loved it. I love when the motherfucking wops came through and said, you know what? Are y'all ready for this? They said, yeah. No words, bitch. I love that. I love that fucking movie. I love that movie. And I love how it showed that's the battle we be up under for real. That's really the battle. When you go back looking for your folks and trying to help your folks, they don't be want to do that shit for real. Just like that motherfucking ape was on Godzilla's sister and shit like that. Like ready to fight you. Don't come down here. We struggling. We hard. It's hard living down here. I don't want nothing else. Who are you to come and try to bring some light down here? It took a child to shift the narrative. Y'all need to pay Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You better be paying attention to your child, your children, because I know I'm knee deep with mine. Mine shift my narrative all the time. You be wondering where the fuck I'm going, my child. My child, my Aquarius son. Okay, confirmation. The calling. Answer your calling. Anyways, bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, and personalities. The archetype is a gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up we open up to otherness healing. Other is that otherness? Yes, otherness. I never heard that. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. Exactly. When you soften that heart, you'll be surprised. You will be surprised. I notice me and my baby father go through it all the time. Amari just softens our little heart to be able to bring love amongst us every single time. It's like now that we've noticed that he does that, it's hard for us to even go back to whatever the fuck. It is so hard. We be like, you know what? It's our son for us. He's us, we're him, we're one now. And it means a lot more than just what you can have with someone or you got to have them and do. No, we're one. We're all moving and we all need to grow and we all need healing and communication. I talk about this all the time. Oh, I'm so glad that I'm being able to express it more now because of the energy is felt. I'm so glad. So glad because it feels good to now a lot of people like me and who are going through this energy as well will be heard, will be understood now. This is important. This energy is important. Okay. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. And I feel this so much because this is the energy that I'm in now. I'm the shaman, and every single day I create this bridge between the woke and the sacred, in a sense, the unwoke and the sacred, And it feels so beautiful to be able to do that, working hand in hand with energy that's around you, that is here to work with you. Okay, that is sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seamlessly disconnected part of our lives, relationship, ideologies, and histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be met with love, or a structure would not withstand the inedible weather of life. And that's really what's going on now because I noticed like this bridge here that I've built, when it comes to my family, it's almost like, yeah, my baby daddy has this tendency to be like, yeah, but he's noticing that I'm using this to weather this stormy, like to weather the storm of life, because a lot of energies tend to attack families. They want to tear them apart. You'll be surprised how they do it, little bitty parts, you know. And I'm noticing, that um the family's like, oh, we don't want nothing to be said, and we don't want this, we don't want that. Feel like that. I'm protecting my family. The communication that my child has and how open he is, that was the only thing that I was destined to do with him. Please talk to me. Please heal with me, because what you're going through, I'm going through, and your father is too. And since we are one connected, the things that created us, that are connected around us, are as well. And we have to heal to move forward. So I find it funny how when anything will go down, mommy, and da 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 da, he'll just talk me to death. And I'll hang up and I'll call his dad and I'll be like, and then it's like, yeah, America, I know. He didn't call you, and this is how it went down. So yeah, it went like this and it went like that, and I was here and this and that, but okay now. And I'm like, okay, good. Anything else? I'm like, no, I'm fine, Blake. I'm good. I can. How you doing? So it feels good to bridge that energy. So work on that with your relationships that are close to you. Excuse me. Coming down. Work on that with your relationships that are close to you, your family, your ancestors and things of those natures, your kids, confirmation. Those things are so important. Work on those things, man. Work on that. Work on bridging that gap. It feels good. You don't worry. This life is, you either a warrior or you a warrior. Okay? A warrior or you are a worrier. Okay, you're worrying about life. Which one are you? Okay, moving on. Fire. God, this live is 45:25. Is that what I see? Yeah, 45:25. That's something. I was sick just a little bit. I have been in and out of states. That's been my problem. I've been in and out of states. Back and forth. I be having things to do. Okay. I be having things to do. Okay, we gotta keep growing, we gotta keep healing, you know. Cosmic Balance has given Cosmic Counsel the most beautiful platform ever. So we just literally hit the road running in this motherfucker. So yeah. All right. Last but not least, fire and it's not what I wanted to say. I want to say happy feelings in the air. Happy feelings everywhere. That's what I heard. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Woo! The Queen. Woo! I love that. This is the selves. Okay, so you and this motherfucker with who was that? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Is two selves in two places. That's beautiful. Okay, I like when there's 2 and 2. So you in the selves with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio was in the place. Okay, they in the places with Earth, Air, Water, and Fire. So it looks like they're trying to. I mean, Earth, Air, Water, and Fire. Lord have mercy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth energy. Earth, Air, Water, and Fire. That's crazy. That could be significant. Earth, Air, Water, and Fire. Fire. We end on fire. So fire, Earth, Air, Water, and Fire could be significant. So maybe we need to go back and watch all them bitches. Also, you just probably need to check your natal chart and see where your Earth, Air, Water, and Fire placements are. Okay, right now we are in a fire energy right now. Mars is Aries, so you need to see where your Mars is at. You need to see where your Aries is at. You need to see where your Scorpio is at. You need to see where those things are at right now. Earth, air, water, and fire. You can get that together. All right, so this is the bando. That's what I heard. You need to get the bando. $126. I pulled this. Okay. So I said, this queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. She is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. The embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. Vain, wartful, self-righteousness, and demanding. So Mars and Aries is showing you that you could be vain, wrathful, self-righteous, and demanding. You need to shift that energy to grace, courage, and stillness, my queen. Because it sounds like you want to fuck some shit. I heard you want to fuck this club up. High heels on. Anyway. Cleopatra is very significant. Like her counterpart, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence, which comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into pity, contemptness, moods casting in the shadows across the land. Which queen are you? What are you, fire? Because it's hotter than 100 on 15 seconds. So whatever queen are you, that's what the fuck we see. Strolling through the streets. Okay? If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of the ego. Exactly. All right? She is the lotus bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful place, she is patient, you not forgiven. Because Mars and Aries may fuck back around and you may pop the fuck off and fuck this club up. She waits for grace of gods and the goddesses to move through her. Are you letting anger move through you? Are you letting the natural forces around you? This is all about the natural energy. I've been talking about this video came on now. Because if you don't let the natural energy take over, Mars and Aries gonna have your ass locked up. If you don't let the natural energy take place, Mars and Aries is going to have you locked up. Do you like the yellow jumpsuits? Okay, I know Gorilla said fuck with me. Okay, I eat some jail food first. Well, you better not manifest that. Cause you might, bitch. Don't go out here stomping nobody with no shell toes. Do you hear me? To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself heals her heart. You need to get in your divinity and do your part. Okay, read your chart. All right. You need to get it together, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Because I'm feeling the energy of just a lot of anger could be coming from you. A lot of anger. Like I said, you need to make sure you have forgiven everybody, man. If you haven't forgiven nobody, the Mars and Aries is going to show you how to do so. Because they're going to bring that person back around, and you better be ready. Forgive, release, heal, awaken, and inspire. You need to do that right now. Or shit. This is a confirmation to you. Continue forgiving, continue loving, continue being in your divinity. Continue. You got to pick which side of the spectrum you on. Okay, the queen came out. So you either not motherfucking one or you are. Okay? And if you are not, you need to figure out how to become it, because it ain't it not being it. Do you know that right now in 2024? If you ain't that it's not it. Okay, everything energy, so ain't nothing coming to you if you ain't it. So don't be surprised if the universe start taking shit away. Okay. All right, guys, that's just, man, look. I also have one more because Pluto is now in retrograde in Aquarius. How dandy is that? And I also have hard times to do so, but yeah, Cosmic Counsel 369.com. And this was your Mars and Aries energy reading for you guys. Prepare, because retrograde is shifting in all of the planets right now. Okay, it just got started with Pluto. All right, so take flight. Peace.